Hey guys, welcome back to Cayleigh Chats. Now this week is going to be our Valentines episode, so I wanted to go ahead and talk about some of my favorite rom-com movies. So I think probably my oldest rom-com that I like is You've Got Mail, which has Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And now I'm just realizing that this was not the oldest movie, but it's okay. It was really cute. They didn't know that they were each other. Like, they were talking online back whenever it was still okay to talk to strangers online. And they didn't know that they were seeing each other. They hated each other in person, but they were like close, you know, online. Anyways, it was a really cute movie. I think the oldest movie, like my oldest romance movie that I liked, would be The Princess Bride. Y'all, it's so sweet. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a fantasy movie too. And so, like, the grandpa is reading this book, and it's the story of the Princess Bride. And, I don't know, it's just so sweet. It's got Andre the Giant in it. I don't know. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's a cult classic. It's really good, and it has a huge following. My favorite one from, like, the 90s would be 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh, it's got Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles. And then it's also got Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bernard the Elf from The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I actually don't know the actor's name, but he played Bernard the Elf. Anyways, it's actually based on, like, Shakespeare's, God, what's it called? Something about a shrew. The Taming of the Shrew. And I didn't know that until recently, but I still loved the movie. I don't know, it was really good. So essentially there's these, like, two sisters. They can't date till they're 18, but then the younger sister wants to go out with this one guy. So she's, like, talking to this other guy, and she's like, hey, my dad just said now, if my older sister dates, then I can date. And so there's this whole scheme involved, and it was really cute. I definitely recommend watching it. For 2000s, I would have to say 13 Going on 30. It's got the guy who plays the Hulk. I don't remember his name, but he played the Hulk. Dang. Anyways, it's got him and this other chick. I don't remember her name either. She's brunette. Starts with a J. Anyways.
Jesse Pinkman.
No. What? No. Anyways, 13 Going on 30. It was about this girl. You start out and you see her and it's like the 80s. This is very 80s. And she's having a party in her basement. It's her birthday party, 13th birthday. And then she wishes with this magic dust that she was 30. And so she goes and she's like, man. She turns into the 30-year-old. She wakes up as her 30-year-old self. She's like, man, being 30 is so cool. And then she starts to realize she hates herself when she's 30. She thinks she's this horrible person, which, I mean, she kind of was. You know, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. But anyways, then she goes back and she is trying to stop her best friend's wedding because she realizes that she was in love with him. That kind of was a spoiler, huh? We should probably put a spoiler alert in the beginning. Anyways, she figures that out, and so she goes back and wishes again, and then she wakes up as her 13-year-old self, and then you see her grow up, sort of. But she becomes a better person than she was. And then I think my most favorite rom-com that has came out recently was actually based on a book. It's All the Boys I've Loved Before. Y'all, it was so sweet. The book series was pretty good too. I didn't really care much for the second movie, but the third movie was definitely not it at all for me. Anyways, in the first one, essentially the plotline is this girl has these love letters that she writes. She addresses them and everything. She just never sends them. But her sister decides to send all the love letters one day, and so she hears back from a couple of the guys, and then one of the guys ended up being her sister's ex-boyfriend. Anyways, it was a whole thing. But one of the guys gets back to her and is like, hey, I just broke up with my girlfriend, and I want to make her jealous. So then they get together, and then they realize, hey, we actually sort of like each other. But of course, you know, it's got the whole, like, plot falls and rises. It's more than that. It was a pretty cute movie. Thank you for watching this episode of Cayleigh Chats. Like and subscribe, and we'll keep posting more content.